Hello beautiful ones, and welcome to the current energy reading for divine lovers, for twin flames, for the divine masculine and the divine feminine. I'll be referring to them mainly throughout this reading. They're the hero and heroine of this tale. That is of course whichever one you identify with, and also it'll most likely represent the masculine or feminine side within you, whichever is the yin to your yang or vice versa. It's all about getting that in balance. That's why we're here. And also, if what I've just said makes absolutely no sense to you whatsoever, but you're still drawn to watch this video, then I feel that there will be a message for you. So I hope you find something that resonates. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Really interesting cards today. They always are. Our hero and heroine are fascinating creatures. Which one's it going to be today? Well, which one first? I'm feeling it's the masculine again. So here we have the Knight of Vessels, the eel. Isn't that a gorgeous card? So excited when I saw this one. Very, very sexy. Yeah, I mean, straight off, this is the Prince Charming card. This is it's about a conquest, but also a quest. It's a little bit searching for the Grail. I couldn't think what it was called. There's a little bit of that energy that comes up straight away. I've picked up the past week, or especially the past few days, that it feels very much currently about integrating our shadow selves, and kind of making friends with that. I think in the reading last week I picked up on bringing all the parts of you together. It is integrating that side of you within yourself, but also if you're merging with your counterpart, it's taking on board their shadow self as well, if that makes some sense. And there is something quite bumpy in that, but once it's done, once the kind of difficult part, it's kind of like passing through the threshold. It is never kind of fun or easy, but once that is done, it's beautiful. It's smooth sailing. It is. I'll just and on that note, I'll just show you the card for the feminine. So we have here balance, and it's beautiful that they're mirrored again. This is absolutely about balance, this card. So I kind of want to say the feminine's got it right, but that's not quite, because they both got it right. But I feel the feminine was in the lead with this, and perhaps she took it on board first, or kind of led the way in this process. So now the masculine is able to follow. The masculine is free. Also getting that. Perhaps there's an element of where she's had to let him go, or something something in their dynamic, something in their connection, perhaps I mean, perhaps something in her own psyche that was, while working through this shadow side, perhaps she was having resurgence of you know, things like jealousy, codependent thoughts, these kind of these kind of areas, and perhaps she's worked through letting that go. She could have let that go. Perhaps she has had to let him go. Perhaps in a sense, while he was working through his stuff, his shit, perhaps he also fell into old frames of mind, old habits. Could be it's the classics. It's I mean, jealousy is kind of the big one, isn't it? It's I'm only getting jealousy, codependency. Nothing else is coming to mind for some reason. But perhaps they're the two big players in this one, or addictive personalities. I'm even getting a sense of immaturity coming up for the masculine. But perhaps she's like, yeah, come back. There's something like come back when you're older, or come back when you're a bit more mature, when you kind of the kind of grow up, it sounds a bit harsh, but perhaps it's been kind of necessary. I mean, I feel that these things have come up to the surface, but I don't really feel they're the overriding energy of the week. It's just more that they've had to, you know, they've had to come up, to be cleared, to be worked through. I feel that because last week it was the masculine who carried a lot for the feminine with this, perhaps because it is something you know, in the emotional realm. So that is the feminine's territory. That is her strength. That's a feminine thing. She's been fearless, like facing her match, facing her foe. She's not afraid of this side of the masculine. She's not afraid to face that you know, darker side of him. She's shown no fear there. You know, the depths of not only her unconditional love, but her depths of her understanding, understanding him better than he understands himself. That's all that's being taken on board. And just with that, I'm just getting such a sense of freedom. That's just allowing the masculine to be free. There's not the devil card here, and that wasn't in the reading last week, but it's almost like that's a bit of an overriding energy. I don't know if I want to. No, I don't need to. But the devil energy feels it's almost like that's old school, that's from months or years ago. It's not even that feels like the immature energy. Perhaps there's some confusion, perhaps there's been some illusions as well. Perhaps it's felt like this is, this is returned, or it seems as though these things have returned but actually haven't. There's some picking up with some kind of trickery. But again, that it's like it just fades very quickly. It crumbles very quickly. There is no strength in that. In that kind of more false, flimsy energy. It's very flimsy. This is where the strength is. If the feminine's been sold, oh, he's no good. He's a he's a bad boy. He has this and this. He's done this and this in his past, and she's just. It doesn't matter what it is. She shows no fear in it. He's like, yeah, I know, and it's not about oh yeah, whatever it is, I can handle it. It's about, no, I understand it. Because on a soul level, I also have these aspects within myself. Perhaps the feminine also has a kind of shady past as well. And even that's the kind of the darkness isn't. It isn't what binds you, what holds you. It is an aspect, but it is the love, the light, the passion, the joy. That is what binds you. That is what is merging. And very, very sexual energies here. So that has allowed, within the masculine, sexual freedom, because he is so in touch with his emotional self. It's like he just, for him now, there is no there is going to be no sex without love, no no sex without emotion. It's all about eroticism, passion. He understands that's what turns him on now, and he's not afraid. He's not afraid to go to those depths. He's slithering. He's a man on a mission. He's kind of slithering, in kind of a non. I don't want to make it sound creepy. It's very sensual. Him integrating more of his feminine side. It's like his body kind of moves in maybe a more kind of feminine way or something. It's like there's it's interesting. I think last week the feminine was dancing, wasn't she? Well, that's kind of her leading the way. It's about that. It's about moving the body to kind of natural sensual kind of rhythms. getting in touch with kind of your sexuality, or yeah, just your kind of body in general. I mean, yeah, I mean, it can be the or the sexy organs, but it can be all of it. Yeah, that's her kind of leading the way. Is the feminine, is she is the masculine kind of watching a clip of her dancing, and he's kind of almost like imitating that. It's like, I want to be like her. I want to be her. I want to be someone who's so kind of so fearless and so graceful and sexually charged, and just owns her sensuality again. Just owns it. Oh yeah, it's like my nails are like the same colour as a little eel there. So anything else in the masculine for the moment? It's just really, really sweet. This is just it's just the emotional, the sexually charged emotional masculine is just so sexy. It's just such a turn on. It's just so adorable at the same time as just being like this absolute sex god. Just it's yeah, something about the little small tokens and gestures. It's like it's not just about the kind of grand, the grand declarations or gestures, or the you know, the very kind of over the top kind of physical passion and that sort of thing. It's just getting that it is the tiny. He's not tiny. It is the very small, subtle gestures. It can be a gift. It can be making you a cup of tea. These little things. It could be glances, words. It's just that now I'm getting like a vibration, like it just yeah, this magic kind of vibrates through him, and as his counterparts can just feel, you can feel that on every kind of level. And just picking up if there's any well, yeah, just any twin flames counterparts who are like physically just in the same room together. It's like it's just it's bringing down the house, this electric, it's magic, it's electric, yeah, this kind of current. If you're not in this 3D environment with your counterpart, or about to, I just have a feeling that that communication wise things may take a little little step back. There may be a bit of silence again. Communication will be on. It'll be through a very sexual vibration. So it's about kind of reading that, kind of like picking up the Morse code. It's like, how do I interpret that? But yeah, you like feel it in your physical body. You'll feel it kind of within you. There'll be that that kind of, well, yeah, I'm getting magical mystery tour. Yeah, well, it is a magical mystery tour. That's not quite kind of magic, like shaker maker. I don't know. Getting all these songs here. Yeah, and it can be explored through through touching yourself, through pleasuring yourself. Yeah, and you may feel that things feel a bit different now. Yeah, however you want to explore it, through fantasy, through reading, through watching something, your imagination, your fantasies. Yeah, I have a feeling fantasies are going to be very important now. If you want to spend some time like really getting yeah, I mean, whatever you fantasize about is absolutely fine. But just have the feeling, just take things to another level, go a bit deeper than perhaps you might normally. Things where you thought were a bit taboo, or perhaps you shouldn't be kind of thinking those things. The crazier the better, the filthier the better. I'm gonna say the darker the better. I think you'll find that after a while you notice that perhaps your thoughts aren't 100% your own. Whatever it is, whatever place you and your counterpart go in your fantasy world, there will be a lot of healing. Yeah, I'm picking up now. This is a little bit like a double helix, and so I just kind of got a flash of like a hospital. I'm picking up like trauma unit now. So perhaps that's why there's been a lot of that work being done, to do with past traumas and healings. I'm getting on a sexual level, but it could be across the board. And it's like, if that's been confronted and faced, even that in itself could be a bit traumatic. So now it's time to take it's almost like the mind needs time out, and it needs to, to be in a safe place, like a safe house. With the with a kind of protective, gentle, nurturing energy. I mean, that is your beloved. So whatever you need, wherever you need to kind of retreat to, just say go there. Don't be afraid to go there. And it is, it definitely, it is the sexual connection. It's through your love making, in any level, all the levels, bring them all in. They're all equally as important. That's, I just, I don't just feel, I know that's so strongly coming up, that is where it's all about sexual healing, when I get that feeling. And it will take you to a deeper level, because you can go there now because of the work being done to kind of clear that. And it's just so, it's so important. Don't ever think that it's not important to feel sexually connected to yourself and also to your counterpart. It's like the masculine feels healed, feels freedom in the feminine's desire of him. You know, that's her juices flowing there, her desire of him and her pleasure, you know, her physical orgasm, her soulgasm as well, and him knowing that he's the only one that can take her there. And the feminine feels so empowered. I'm feeling that's, I mean, her freedom is important, but for the feminine, it's feeling empowered, and that's in the masculine's desire of her and in the pursuit of her, and knowing that she's absolutely the only one. And it's in his, it's in his arousal as well. She takes pleasure in pleasuring him. I mean, they both do, you know. And for the feminine, yeah, it's very much the, you know, the things I'll do with you are things I've never done with anyone else. The kind of the exploration, just was like so many things she's, for various reasons, has held back. But she's met her match now. She's met her emotional, sexual and spiritual match. There's just absolutely no need to hold anything back. I'm kind of feeling the feminine's the red one in this. It's like, I'm not sure why. Well, yeah, maybe because he's silver in this one, isn't he? He's the silver one. But interesting, because silver's considered a feminine colour or metal element, whichever way you want to look at it. So something about switching roles there, a bit of role reversal, and being able to do that because you have done the work in balancing that side, whether you're masculine or feminine, you know, balancing the complementary side. I guess it is the opposite. It's opposite. I prefer complementary. It's complementary, isn't it? Is there anything else in this one? Let's see, we're coming up to half an hour. I'm not sure about this character down here. If anyone picks up on it, let me know. I haven't got anything yet, but I will leave that for now. And wow, lovely. Yeah, it's half an hour. I'll just give you a quick look at that one. Is there anything else to say? I don't think so. What am I going to call this video? Can think of a few titles. Anyway, take care, beautiful ones, and feeling a bit excited by that energy. So I hope you all are too. And yeah, let's see how this week goes. Take care. I know it's never easy. It's always quite turbulent. But let's hope that that kind of awkward integrating stuff that's adolescence, puberty, and all that energy that's been flowing this month is coming to an end. If not, we just have to ride it the best we can. And looking forward to chatting with you all next week. Take care.